What if I told you that your memories and painful experiences could be worked through simply by listening to your body and asking yourself what you feel in this moment? There's a pretty well-known book in the field of counseling called The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk. And in this book has some pretty groundbreaking ideas that incorporate mindfulness and trauma-informed practices to simply recognize that your body is trying to communicate different things to you. And today I want to give you an exercise that may help you gain some experience and some insight into different things that you've been through and how you can start communicating with yourself about that and working through some of those things. So as I give that to you, what I want you to do is to simply start to focus on what you notice in your body. So maybe think about a situation you're dealing with in the present that's bothering you and you want to work on, but you don't understand why it's bothering you so much. So as you bring that into your conscious thoughts, I want you to ask yourself what emotion comes up for you when you think about it, and what do you believe about yourself? I'm powerless, I'm worthless, I'm not enough, I'm a failure. So what belief comes up in your mind as you think about this experience and as you think about what emotion you have? And then I want to ask you, where do you feel that emotion in your body? Just kind of do a scan from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. And I wonder if I asked you to describe that feeling to me in your body as a physical sensation, how would you describe that to me? And I want you to simply reflect on that and try not to draw any logical conclusions about it, or don't try to make sense of it. Just notice that it's there for a minute. And just breathe into that. And as you reflect on that feeling, I would ask you to just kind of go back in time. Again, don't try to make sense of it, but reflect on the emotion you have and the belief that you have about yourself and the feeling that's present in your body. And just see what memory comes up from your past. And as you think about that memory, just sort of play it like a scene. And just continue to breathe into it. And then I wonder what that younger version of yourself is thinking and feeling. And just sort of sit in it and observe it from the outside. Again, not trying to make any sense of it. But reflect on that physical sensation. And I wonder what it would look like if you froze that scene in time at the worst part, at sort of the thumbnail, the part that tells the story. And just observe that. And I wonder if you had a loving parent that were present in that scene. Again, I don't want you to feel like that has to be your actual parent, but it's some sort of calm, reassuring, comforting figure that you have. It could be your present day self going back and showing comfort to that younger version of yourself. So I wonder what it would look like if this loving parent were to enter that scene somehow. How would this loving parent respond physically to that younger version of yourself? Would he or she put their arm around him, or maybe give them a hug? Maybe just hold them. And again, just kind of breathe into life, that scene. What does that younger version of you need in that moment for comfort? And allow that loving parent to provide that. And then I wonder what that loving parent would tell that younger version of yourself. What does that younger version of yourself need to hear? Now, when I ask this question to my clients, a lot of times they struggle with that, and they have the inner critical parent step in and try to put that younger child into their place. You know, you should know better. We do better than this. That's not what that child needs in this moment. That child needs comfort and love. And we're going to speak truth, but we're going to do it in a loving way. And so what does that younger version of you need to hear that's comforting and loving and calm? As you think about that message and the physical response of this loving parent, I want you to physically and literally breathe that message in and breathe that calming, loving scene in. Just take a deep breath. And breathe it out. And now as you've kind of internalized that scene, what I'd like you to do is to bring that into the present. The scene that you identified in the beginning, the situation you're struggling with. And imagine that loving parent is there with you in this scene, in this situation, providing that same physical comfort and providing the same words of comfort and encouragement and love. And again, just breathe that in. This is an exercise that you can do at any time with anything, and we just don't realize how much our past experiences are stored in our bodies, and we can tend to those simply by checking in on what we're noticing. We view the present out of a lens of the past. And in order to have a better view of the present, we have to repair the past. And so I invite you to work on this exercise as you get more practice using this. What you're going to find is you're probably not going to have to be as intentional, or it's not going to take quite as much effort. It's going to become pretty natural to you. But we develop the muscles that we work on. And so start practicing this exercise, and I think you're going to find that it benefits you as you carry out your daily life.